Hi, hello students. In this video, we are going to be discuss the concept how to draw ray diagrams effectively and in a simple manner. So, uh, in the spherical surfaces, we have two kinds of mirrors. One is concave mirror and the second one is the convex mirror. So first we will find out the different positions of the object where we place the place it in front of the mirrors. So in case of the concave mirror, we will get 6 suitable positions, such as the first thing is the object is placed at infinity, and the second one is the object is placed beyond C. C is nothing but center of curvature. The third one is on C, and coming to the fourth one, between focus and center of curvature. Coming to the fifth one, the object is placed on F, and coming to the sixth one, the last one is the object is placed between pole and focus. So here, in order to draw the ray diagrams, here I use the arc or radius as 4 centimeters. So this arc length is nothing but radius of curvature for the concave mirror, and the half of it is nothing but the focal length, which is 2 centimeters. So here I had taken the radius of curvature of this rounder as 4 centimeters. So that I have drawn one arc like this. Then after, I have the point center. Then after, I will draw the principal axis. Now the point C I considered as center of curvature. The midpoint of pole and focus, here I had taken the center of curvature is 4 centimeters. So the focus you will get as the 2 centimeters. And look at here I made the concave surface. The concave surface will have the reflecting surface is inverted, so the inverted surface will be there. Now coming to the convex surface, here we have only two possibilities. Here also I had taken the radius of the arc as 4 centimeters. Now I drawn like this. In this manner I had drawn the arc, and then after, here I painted it. Now this portion is acting like the reflecting portion. So the reflecting surface of the curved surface. So this reflecting surface is bulged outwarded, so it is a convex mirror. Now this is 4 centimeters and it is the pole, and I also drawn principal axis. Now I located the focus as 2 centimeters, which is the midpoint of pole and center of curvature. Now here I am going to be find out the suitable position of the objects. The first one is the object is placed at infinity, and the second one is the object is placed in front of the mirror. See, look at here, my dear friends. Whenever you place the object in front of the mirror at any position, you will get the similar characteristics. That's why we will take only one position, that is nothing but in front of the convex mirror. Now we will go to how to draw the ray diagram for convex surfaces first of all. So first thing, here I had taken the object is placed at infinity. In the previous video I told you that when the object is placed at infinity, all the rays will, how the rays will come? The rays will be parallel to each other. So now in the first assumption, I will consider all the rays are parallel to the principal axis. Now all the incident rays are parallel to the principal axis. And while drawing the ray diagrams, don't forget to draw represent the incident ray direction. So this is the incident ray direction. Now we have the rule, the ray which is passing parallel to the principal axis, after reflection it will be parallel to the principal axis. So now all the incident rays will be reflected through focus. Now look at here, the reflected rays will be meet at focus for the position of the object where the object is placed at infinity. So these are all the reflected rays. And remember, my dear friends, see how an object is visible to us. See, for suppose one of the person is standing in the room, how the person will be visible to our eyes? When the light is fall on it, which is coming from the any light source, and the light rays will be reflected in all the direction. See, after the reflection, the rays will enters into the I, then after the same image will be formed. See, in order to get such kind of images by using the array diagram, minimum we should take any two suitable rays. This thing is you should remember. So by using any two suitable rays we can get the image characteristics. So here I had taken 4 rays. Instead of 4 rays you can take 2 rays also. Now the first step is to be, after drawing the ray diagram, we need to write the image characteristics. Will you guess what are the image characteristics? First thing, where the image is formed? The image is formed at focus. Since the image is formed outside the mirror and it is also formed due to the converging rays, so it is a real image. And we know the real image is always inverted, but here we got the sharp pointed image. So due to this sharp pointed image, we are not getting the inverted characteristics. Is it clear all of you? So the image is formed at focus, real image and the sharp pointed image. And in your mind you might be get a doubt. What is the doubt? The doubt is nothing but, sir, why you had taken all the incident rays are parallel to the principal axis only? If yes, why not? We should not. Why we should not take that? Yes, I will prove that also. Now I had taken the incident rays. I will take only 2 rays. I don't make complexity. I will take only 2 rays, which are the incident rays, and those incident rays will be parallel. Why? Because from the infinity we will get the parallel beam of light. Clear? So since the object is placed at infinity, so that's why I had taken the all the rays will be parallel to the each other. See here, I will apply one logic here. See, it is nothing but rule 4. This ray is appearing like the rule 4. See here, it is making certain angle at pole, nothing but it is oblique at pole. After reflection it should make same angle in opposite direction. So this is the reflected ray. Here one more point we need to discuss. That point is, see how the rays are met together after reflection. So they are met together. So a concave mirror is a converging mirror. I hope all of you understood this point, why we are calling concave mirror as a converging mirror. Why? Because a set of rays are followed on the set of parallel rays are followed on the concave surface. All the rays will be converged at one point. That's why we are calling the convex surface as a converging mirror. In the similar way, here also parallel rays are falling on the convex surface, so they will be converged. Here they should be converged. At what point they should converge? That thing we need to clarify here. See, look at here. Here I am going to be draw the focal axis in the previous diagram. So what is the focal axis? The focal axis is nothing but the line which is passing through focus and perpendicular to the principal axis. That is called focal axis. And anyhow, the focus also lies on the focal axis only. Clear? In the similar way, all the rays which are parallel to each other, they will be converge on focus. This point you should remember, children. So all the rays will be converge at focus. Like this you are going to be get. Now from the infinity, whatever the rays are coming, the rays are converge on focal axis. Now you will get the image like this. This is I dash is the image. If you consider I dash as the image, now what are the image characteristics? The first image characteristic is the image is formed. Where the image is formed? Image is formed at F. And is it from outside the mirror or not? So it is from outside the mirror, so it is a real image. And real image is always inverted. Why? Because see, for suppose you have taken the object O dash like this, and the top will become like the bottom, and bottom will become like the top of that object. That is the reversal appearance of top and bottom. Such kind of characteristics of an image is called inverted image. So it is inverted image. And if you consider, it will be obviously how the image will be. The image will be diminished image only. Is it clear? It is diminished image only. Why? Because see, if the rays are coming from infinity, they are parallel, the height of the object will be very, very high. Because of that reason, I consider this image is diminished image. So height of the image is less than height of the object. So these are all the image characteristics when we place the object at infinity. And in another manner also you can draw the ray diagram. See, look at here, I had taken the concave mirror like this. This is the principal axis, pole, focus and center of curvature. This is you need to draw once analyze the concept. These are all my incident rays. Previously I took the incident rays above the principal axis. Now the incident rays are moving below the principal axis. Now where will you get the image? Here you will get the image. So try to draw the diagram. If you have any doubts, please make a comment. I will upload the image. Next, now the object is placed beyond C. Where is the object? The object is placed beyond C. Let us take the object. The second position is nothing but O dash is the object. Now I am going to be trying to draw the image characteristics. Now I will take any two rules. First rule, the ray which is passing parallel to the principal axis. This is the incident ray. After reflection, it will be passes through focus. This is the reflected ray. In the second ray, which I will take as the ray which is passing through center of curvature. The ray which is passing through center of curvature. This is the incident ray. Wait a second. The ray which is passing through center of curvature. Now how will you get the ray? The ray which is passing through center of curvature, after reflection it will retraces its actual path. So this is our reflected ray. Now where will you get the image? Here the point of intersection of the two convenient rays will give the top of the image. So O dash image will form at I dash. This is I. Clear? So what are the image characteristics? The image characteristics are, what are the image characteristics? The image is formed. Image is formed between F and C, and since the rays are converging rays and the image also form outside the mirror, so what is the nature of the image? It is a real image, and real image is always inverted image, real and inverted image. And anyhow, if you compare the height of the object, this is height of the object and it is height of the image. So height of the object is more than height of the image, nothing but it is a diminished image. Clear? Now I am going to be draw the object. I am going to be find out the image characteristics when the object is placed at infinity. See, in order to make the simple ray diagram, first I will write the image characteristics. When you place the object is placed at C, image also will form on C. Image will form on C, and here it is a real and inverted image. It is a real and inverted image. And one more thing, and the height of the object will be is equal to height of the image. So in the first step, I won't locate focus to draw the simple ray diagram. I will take the object and the image, same height image I will take. O dash is the object and I dash is the image. Both are I have taken on the C point C only. Now the first thing, rule 1 here I am applying. The ray which is passing parallel to the principal axis. This is the incident ray. How will you get? The reflected ray will be passes through focus. This is the reflected ray which is passing through focus. Now first from I dash I will draw the ray which is parallel to the principal axis. Clear? This is the reflected ray. Now I will connect the point, this point X, and it will be F and it is O. This will be the reflected ray. So this is the method which is very simple to draw the ray diagram when the object is placed on C. So this is my incident ray which is passing to focus. After reflection we will get the reflected ray parallel to the principal axis. This is the very simple method to draw the ray diagram when the object is placed on C. Next, the object is placed between focus and center of curvature. Now the object is placing between focus and center of curvature. Name the object as O dash. Any two rays you can take from the top of the object. First ray, the ray which is passing parallel to the principal axis. After reflection, it will passes through focus. This is my incident ray. And the second ray you can take as the ray which is passing through focus. This is the ray which is passing through focus. Now the reflected ray will be parallel to the principal axis. See, in order to get that, here even I didn't get. Now what will I do? See, look at here. This is the reflected ray. The examiner will not measure the radius of curvature. In the simple manner, I will correct this to save our time. First, I will write image, draw the image. This is I dash is the image. I dash is the image. Now I will locate point C. Now you will get the image as beyond C. I hope all of you understood how to correct the mistake also from this video. Now how the image is formed? Image is formed beyond C, and it is a real image, and real image is always inverted image, real and inverted image, and height of the image is more than height of the object, so it is called enlarged image. And the next ray diagram is the object is placed on F. Now when you place the object is on F, you will get the image at infinity. Now first I will draw the I will write the image characteristics where the image is from. Image is formed at infinity. Now, and one more thing, it will be highly enlarged image. It is highly enlarged image, and anyhow it is real and inverted image. And here I would like to tell you one point. When the rays are coming from the infinity, see, for suppose the source is at infinity, after traveling infinite distance they will be parallel, right? The rays will be parallel. Let us consider the rays are parallel to each other. After traveling infinite distance, definitely they will converge. Why? Because from the source initially the rays will be diverge. The diverging rays will be appear like parallel after traveling the infinite distance. Here I am applying the reciprocity of the light theorem. Now what will you get? When the light is passing, light rays are parallel to each other, after traveling the infinite distance they will converge. This is the point which I mentioned in the previous video also. Now here our ultimate goal is to represent the reflected rays, or representing the reflected rays will be parallel. First, what will I do? The ray which is passing parallel to the principal axis, after reflection it will passes through focus. This is the incident ray. Now it is not possible to sketch the incident ray which is moving like this. Now see, the rays whichever we are taking, the convenient rays, those rays should meet the reflecting surface of the mirror. So first I will draw the incident ray which is passing through center of curvature and from the top of the object. Now what will you get? The rays will be looks like parallel to each other. Look at here, this is the incident ray. After reflecting, the ray will be retraces its actual path. And even if you consider the fourth rule, the ray which is oblique at pole, this is the incident ray which is oblique at pole, after reflecting also it should make same angle. Now all the set of light are parallel, set of light rays are parallel to each other. So the parallel rays will meet at infinity, so that's why you will get this kind of image characteristics. I hope you all of you understood. Now the next thing and the last thing is the object is placed between pole and focus. So when the object is placed between pole and focus, remember you will get the real image, not real image, sorry, virtual image you will get. So you need to get the diverging rays. That thing you need to show in the ray diagram. So first what will you do? First I will take the incident ray which is passing parallel to the principal axis. Then after reflection it will be passes through focus. Now I will take the second ray which is my convenient ray, which is passing to center of curvature and tip of the object. See, look at here. By connecting these 2 points, you will get the incident ray. So this is my incident ray which is passing through center of curvature. After reflection, it will retrace its actual path. So this is the incident ray which will be reflected and retraces its actual path. Look at here. These 2 rays are diverging rays. They never be meet together. The diverging rays never be meet together. Clear? So in order to get the suitable image, you need to draw the control rays. How will you draw the control rays? That is my point. So the control rays will be get by extending the reflected rays, only reflected rays in backward direction. I hope you understood. So you need to extend the reflected rays in backward direction. For this ray, the reflected ray will be this one, so that's why I extended in backward direction. For the second convenient ray, this is the incident ray which is reflected in this direction, so I extended in the backward direction. Then how will you get the image? Where will you get the image? Sorry, here I need to extend the principal axis, so here you will get the image. I dash is the image. Clear? So where the image is from? Where the image is from? Now the image is formed behind the mirror. The image is formed behind the mirror and it is virtual and erected image. Virtual and erected image. And I will say this is height of the object, this is height of the image. So it is enlarged image. Why? Because the height is enlarged. Why? Because height of the image is more than height of the object. So virtual image and real image, both type of images are formed in the concave mirror, but in case of the virtual image it will be the enlarged image. This thing you should remember, children. The virtual image which is formed by the concave mirror is the enlarged image. Now I am trying to draw the graph between the object position and the image position in front of by the concave mirror. So when you place the object on F, where will you get the image? You got the image at infinity. Clear? When you place the object between F and C, where you got the image? You got the image beyond C. I am not telling enlarged diminished characteristics, just I representing one graph. When you place the object on C, you will get the image also on C. Clear? When you place the object beyond C, you got the image between F and C. These are all are real images. When you place the object at infinity, where will you get the image? The image is formed at focus. See, in this graph I didn't mention the virtual image. Clear? So when you place the object on F, you will get enlarged image. When you place the object between focus and center of curvature, how will you get? It is also a enlarged image. When you place the object on C, you will get same size. When you place the object beyond C, you will get the image between F and C. It will be diminished image. When you place the object at infinity, you will get the sharp pointed image or diminished image. I hope all of you understood. Next, convex mirror. So the first thing is the object is placed at infinity. When the object is placed at infinity, all the rays will be parallel to each other. Here my assumption is the 2 rays, whichever the rays are I had taken, they will be parallel to the principal axis. So as of the rule, the ray which is passing parallel to the principal axis. After reflection it will be diverges through focus. So first I connected these 2 points, then after I will extend the reflected ray. In the similar way here also I will connect these 2 points, then after reflected rays. Clear? Here whatever the dotted lines I represented, those 2 are controlled rays. So here the reflected rays are diverging rays, so the controlled rays will form the image. So where the image is from? Image is formed at focus. And how will you get the image? Which kind of image? It is the virtual image and sharp pointed image. Now in the second situation, the rays are parallel but they are making certain angle. However, they are parallel to each other only. So this is the incident ray, incident beam. Now how will you get the reflected rays? So this is rule for the ray which is oblique at pole. After reflection it will make same angle in opposite direction. Here I need to take the help of the focal axis. So I should like to draw the focal axis. The focal axis is nothing but the line which is passing through focus and perpendicular to the principal axis, that is called focal axis. Now from this first diagram it is clear that a convex mirror is acting like a diverging mirror. Convex mirror is a diverging mirror. So here also these 2 rays will be diverged. So in order to get the diverging rays we need to take the control rays. So this is the control ray of the reflected ray. In the second situation, for the second ray, how will I draw? See, all the rays will be diverges from focus. The focus lies on the focal axis. Indirectly it is clear that all the rays will be diverging from the focal axis. So here the first control ray met the focal axis at x. Let us assume that. First I will draw the control ray for the second incident ray. So this is the control ray of the second incident ray. Now extend that ray. This is the reflected ray. Now how will you get the image? Here you will get the image. So this is the image I dash. Will you guess the image characteristics now? Where the image is from? Image is formed at focus. It is formed inside the image, so virtual and erected image, and anyhow it is diminished image. Remember, a sharp pointed image also a diminished image. Clear? And the last ray diagram is the object is placed in front of a convex mirror. See, look at here. So this is the object which I had taken, O dash. The first ray which is passing parallel to the principal axis. The ray which is passing parallel to the principal axis, after reflection it will diverges through focus in case of a convex mirror. So I need to draw the diverging ray. So the dotted line is the control ray. In the second thing, I will take the ray which is passing through center of curvature. This is my incident ray which is passing through center of curvature. No, sorry, passing in the direction of the center of curvature. After reflection, it will retraces its actual path. Now, indirectly, these 2 dotted rays are the control rays. So the intersection of the control rays will give the image. So I dash is the image. Clear? Now the image characteristics are: image is formed behind the mirror. Behind the mirror is nothing but inside the mirror. And the second thing, the image is formed due to the diverging rays and formed inside the mirror, so it is the virtual image, and virtual image is always erected, and it is the diminished image. Clear? So now what the thing is happened, now I am comparing the virtual image which is formed by the concave mirror and convex mirror. So in case of the convex mirror, how will you get the image? It will be the diminished image. But in case of a concave mirror, the virtual image is enlarged image. This point you should remember, children. Clear, all of you? I hope you understood how to draw the ray diagram effectively by looking this video, by watching this video. Thank you. Please subscribe my channel and share to your friends also.